So what did you expect? Symbolism to hate, but I wanna put your rope around my neck, so I lay low like a civil war.
It's that dude, Robbie Mac. Welcome back to my channel, Hakai7, and another edition of Cosine or Decline. So yo, check it out, my dogs. My homies from the other side of the pond. My homies from the other side of the pond. The English or the British, whatever you want to go by, I don't give a fuck. British. We gonna get into this low-key fire in the booth part 2 that y'all requested in just a minute. But before we do, make sure you comment, subscribe, like, and if the bell is there, hit the damn bell. I don't know if it's there no more. So if it's not, let me know so I can quit saying that shit and looking stupid if it's not there. But if it's there, hit that motherfucker. Hit it like it owes you child support. You know what I'm saying? Hit it like it owes you money. Hit it like it called your mama fat. And she fat. So it's stung. Yo, man, let's get into this shit. I'm hyped for it, man. So far, the UK rappers have been undefeated. Those boys got some bars. So maybe y'all just let me on only the hot ones saying fuck all of our trash. Just listen to these dope rappers, which I'm down with. I appreciate that. Weed them out for me. Weed them out. So yo, Lowkey, fire in the booth, part 2. I said we do the damn thing. I got my drink ready. Hopefully you got your drink ready. My hat's going forward, so you know that means business. Mr. Lowkey, holla at you. Boy, got a lot of requests for you, so don't let a brother down. And again, the very nice warnings. If you're easily offended,
I know you're gonna dig this.
Oh yeah, perfect.
You know what time it is when you hear this, right?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, fire in the booth.
Time is when you hear this, right?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, fire in the booth. Much anticipated part 2.
got that Street Fighter in there. Right.
Listen, if they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. Listen. It's the zeitgeist, Zapatista, Zora White is Zenith, Zed is zinc in the zebra, zigzagging zealots, zilch to zombies and Zionists, he's zen in his zodiac, fire in the booth, it's a rostry in the zonies.
Fucking phone, dog. Time out. Time the fuck out. You gonna start this thing off? Look, bro, I'm gonna applaud you right now, cause that's a lot of Z words. I don't even know that many Z words. I can't decipher that shit. That's dope. That is dope. Okay. I think I know what this is gonna be. I don't want to say it because I don't want to look like a dumbass if I'm wrong. But all I'm gonna say is he started his rap out just with Z words. So we're gonna go from there.
That yapping like Yokozuna in Yemen, YouTube and yoga, Yokozuna and yo.
And now we are at Y. Okay, so this dude rapping backwards down the alphabet. Z, Y, X, W gonna be coming up. X and W. That's just very much confirming. That's dope. That's a dope thing to do. That's tough as shit to begin with. Again, like I don't even know that many fucking Z words that start with Z, and he's just gonna start busting them out from the get. That's dope. So, yo, I might have to break into some alcohol for this shit because this Dr. Pepper just probably ain't gonna do it. Let's go.
Rostry in the zonies that yapping like Yokozuna in Yemen, YouTube and yoga, Yokozuna in Yoville, yodeling in your rover, yelling you're the yardstick of yesteryear, like your bow with a yearning, I'm yawning, this is like a Yeti versus Yoda, I'm an X-ray, you're Xerox, I'm Xavier to the X-Men,
This is like a Yeti versus Yoda? Is that what he said?
In your rover, yelling you're the yardstick of yesteryear, like your bow with a yearning, I'm yawning, this is like a Yeti versus Yoda, I'm an X-ray.
A Yeti. Okay, a Yeti. That's dope. Who wins that fight? Fucking Yoda. That's who.
Xerox, I'm Xavier to the X-Men. Eximus, like your Xanax to an extent. A wonderful world is waiting. While weapons wage war, we're weeping. Who's winning? We wish them well. While wicked wizard webs are weaving, they whip us till we're wheezing. Words of wisdom won't weaken. Witness these whatless witless wallies waffling with their weekend. Their wording is Wikipedia, virtually void of vitals versus visceral vintage, but vivid videos going viral. I'm your uncle that understands. Now it's us with the upper hand. We were underlings, underrated, unhuman to Uncle Sam.
Whoa. Them U's was hard, bro. Hey, shout out to him for hitting that Xavier from X-Men line. Much love. But yo, them U bars was dope. Did you hear what he said, dog? They felt unhuman to Uncle Sam. Nigga, I'm American. And I had a hunch at the very beginning of this video. I paused it. I was looking at this guy. I didn't say anything. I was looking at him because I had a hunch that this dude is Middle Eastern or of Middle Eastern descent. Because obviously he's got a British accent, English accent. I don't even know what to call it no more. So let me know what I'm supposed to call it. But hey, if he's saying that he felt unhuman to Uncle Sam, that means that he is Palestinian. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm willing to bet this dude is Palestinian. Let me know in the comments. Let's go, because this is dope. Oh, this is something that see over here in America, you want to hear this side of the story on that stuff. So this is gonna be dope. I can
void of vitals versus visceral vintage, but vivid videos going viral. I'm your uncle that understands. Now it's us with the upper hand. We were underlings, underrated, unhuman to Uncle Sam. There are those thinking tactics to take the throne, though the truth tends to be told through their thesaurus takes its toll. Slithering snakes stipulate systems to sell your soul. Secretly seek social stratification set in stone. Regiments ravage the region, now it's right for reparations. Rendered refugees can't retract or repair ramifications.
Bro, he pretty much is going into about how the powers that be, the controlling powers have gone over there and just messed stuff up. And now, you know, something got to be paid for. He could talk about reparations getting paid for. I tell you right now, though, America ain't about paying anybody reparations. This could just come from someone that's part black. Native Americans over here, they ain't get shit. Black people ain't get shit. They just ain't really about that. But, yo, I feel you. Yeah, I'm getting my drink. Fuck that. This is gonna be dope. Oh yeah. We skipping the Dr. Pepper for the rest of this one. We going straight to Corona. Let's go, Lowkey.
To quash the quarrels on quintessentially qualified quitters quake. Quality of my quotes can't be quite quantified. People pass prematurely, pay the price for passivity. Pretext of pillage, plunder, prepared to prolong proximity. People's pathology pulverized by this possibility. People power is potent, it's the peak of positivity. Oligarchs.
People power is potent. Think about that, bro. People power is potent. These people in control, they know that, dog. Yeah, this would be considered what they call in America rebel music. Never get any kind of radio play. Never get any kind of radio play. This kind of stuff make people ride in the streets. Ew, my dude got bars, dog.
Overrized by this possibility, people power is potent. It's the peak of positivity. Oligarchs ostracize others, offer obituaries. Overrule, I overstand the odyssey. Optimistically, norms of a nascent nation should never negate nature. Nasty as nefarious neocon naysayers for neighbors. This masterful maverick mic man will make you meet your maker. Meanwhile, mercenaries maneuver to meet the majors. Lyrically lack luster, literally lack love, lust, living lavish in luxury. Listeners lap up a kaleidoscope of kind.
Them L's was hard too.
Your maker, meanwhile, mercenaries maneuver to meet the majors. Lyrically lack luster, literally lack love, lust, living lavish in luxury. Listeners lap up a kaleidoscope of kindness. Knowledge, knuckles, and kerosene to kill the kleptocracy. Cool the kettle that they kept us in. Jabbing javelins at jingoism, jealousy justified when jeering at jobless is journalism, information industry, interlinked with infantry, instrumentalize identity, implant ignorance instantly. Hackers in handcuffs, harvesters of hatred, hand gliding, harbingers of harassment, harbor harmful handwriting, gangsters of globalization, glorify glitz and the glam, give us guidance to the graveyard, they got the gift of the gap. It's flawed.
Shit. So yo, let me explain myself here, because I don't really like to stand up in videos if the bars are hard more than once. Cause then I feel like I'm pandering to listeners, and that shit ain't cool. But what he just did in that G line, bro, that shit was hard. And that pretty much defined the entire song. If you didn't know what he was saying in this song, just listen to his G line, and that's the moral of the story, dog. That's the moral of the story. Whew, we gonna listen to it again. That was so dope, bro. Glorifying the glitz and the glamour. They got the gift of gab.
Harvesters of hatred, hand gliding, harbingers of harassment, harbor harmful handwriting, gangsters of globalization, glorify glitz and the glam, give us guidance to the graveyard, they got the gift of the gap. It's flawless, how they fabricate the folklore of defeat and funnel funds for freelance fighters and fawn over fights for freedom. Economics, everything, exploitation and epidemic, exhausting environments, easy but the dividends are deadly, don't dare dream of doing different, dread our destruction's definitely coming as the catalyst, clamour for the capital, can't counteract the cycle, the catastrophe could cancel all, bring borders to bear, bombarded with the broken, basically bribery beckons business, we are beholden, though accurate answers to all of the above aren't available, I attack the alphabet again and aced it just to aim at you, they say anything is attainable, attack the alphabet again and ace the...
Perfect.
I know my dude's about to start yelling, but I just gotta say this before the DJ get in and tell you what he thought. That shit was dope, bro. That shit was dope. Fire in the Booth Part 2. Did the alphabet backwards. Had a message with what he was rapping. Saying words I ain't even ever fucking heard. But man, I still can't get over that G line. That G line was so dope. Gangsters of globalization, glorifying the glitz and the glamour. He says something else there, and then it gets down to they got the gift of gab. Oh, they like guide you to the graveyard. Or something to that extent. It got the gift of gab. That shit is so hard. Bro. You know, right now in America, that's something that... Shit. A lot of people talking about the same shit like what he just talked about over here. More so about capitalism being used for exploitation and abuse. I ain't trying to get too much into that, so we won't do that. But man, it's cool hearing it, or hearing from another person's point of view on what's going on. I'm 100% certain this dude is Palestinian now, or as Palestinian descent of Palestinian fucking heritage. And golly, I wonder how long it took him to write that shit. Let's keep it going, because we still got like 12 minutes left. Let's keep it going.
Lowkey in the building! Hey, you're a savage, bro!
Much love, bro.
Hey, first time you come in, you killed the alphabet. Assassinated it. And just to take the mickey, you come in and kill it backwards.
Yeah.
Wow.
Much love, bro.
Man like Lowkey in the building.
Thanks for having me, man.
Pleasure, my G.
Yeah, man.
I hope my energy ain't taken away from how dope that was. It's just this shit got me thinking so much right now. Like that's some heavy bars, dog.
You ain't done yet, though, are you?
I ain't done at all. Let's do it.
Let's get it, bro.
Let's do it. Yeah. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep.
Okay. We're keeping the same thing?
If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. Turn up! How can I do a fire in the booth when I'm trying just to maintain? And since you don't hear the word fire in the same way, heard screams, splutters and them gasping for air. That's not bars in a booth, it's so hard to compare. If I use fire as a metaphor, does that disrespect the people that are never more? How does that bomb sound to those that bled in war that we never saw?
Bro, he's staying on it. He's staying on it. Y'all better be ready. Y'all better be ready. Cause he about to drop some knowledge on your motherfucking asses. Y'all better be fucking ready, dog. You better be ready. Cause I have a feeling what he about to say, for some people, this ain't gonna be easy to hear. Y'all might not make it through this shit. Let's go.
Remember when they settled scores with metal swords at Skeletor? Chinese made gunpowder, Nobel invented dynamite. They say the guilt in his mind compelled him to design the prize. We know what Einstein's mind was like. How many geniuses we never knew that were deprived of life. I can't philosophize on horrifying flick.
We know what Einstein's mind was like, but don't know how many geniuses we were deprived of life. Because Einstein was a key scientist in the Manhattan Project that created the atomic bomb that got dropped not once but twice on Japan. And you know Einstein died regretting being a part of that. Facts. And we don't know, of those over 200,000 people instantly killed, how many geniuses were wiped out. It could have been the cure for cancer in that. The cure for AIDS in that. It's so petty what some of these countries go to war over, bro. A lot of countries go to war over. When you break it all down, man, greed, bro. It's greed. And people try to paint it as something else, but at the end, you fight because you want what they have. Or they want what you have. That's greed, dog. Lowkey. I should have saved this song for last tonight, because this has got me thinking.
How many geniuses we never knew that were deprived of life. I can't philosophize on horrifying flames. We don't have to apologize or qualify our pain. Degremphilize our loved ones of the colonizer's name. Should we let the corporate media lobotomize our brains? You are beautiful. No matter how this life disfigures you, you're beautiful. Even if that image you emulate isn't you. I don't know if history is linear or cyclical, but no, I'm ridiculed for making invisibles visible. That's why Plato said banish poets from the Republic, cause they know that we can shake the social system and disrupt it. The land of liberty, they tell us leave it or lump it. When Trump comes to the country, we hope he chokes on his crumpet before we sink in.
When Trump comes to visit, he hopes that he chokes on his crumpet. Ooh. Yeah, he ain't doing so hot over here either, bro. He ain't doing so hot over here either, bro. People tired of this. I wonder how long this shit was made. Obviously within the last 3 years or so. But shit. Yeah, my dude. That nigga ain't doing too hot. Like I tell people, hey, 4 months, motherfucker, that he gotta get them the moving trucks ready. Let's go.
In the ocean, consider this as an omen. Nature's blessings are ours just cause we think that we own them. Never think that you're broken or think that you're no one. Remember, a rope is strong because of strings interwoven. Would they love you more if you mock the people that you're from? Self-orientalize and believe that you belong. Overcompensate and propagate the image of the imbecile, not uninvolved. Even though you're further from the killing field, take solace in the fact there's always cracks in the monolith. Now we're practically lobbing bricks like Asterix and Obelisk. Distract distracted with gossip is twisted news and interlude to adverts, no hidden clues to listen to is pitiful.
Perfect.
Rosa Luxemburg gave us the simple truth. You won't feel your chains till the day you begin to move. He photographed the corpse and they flung him in the cage. Those that signed off on the cladding are still receiving their wage. Helicopters hover close, pictures for the front page. Tried to speak, all I really felt deep was numb rage. How could they see this pain at such a young age? Leaning out the window screaming for help, but none came. If it bleeds, it leads. The trauma tourists, they gravitate. Shock doctrine in effect, disaster capitalists salivate. Privatization, deregulation and austerity. 0-hour contracts, exploitation and precarity. Adults didn't make it, the children to be fostered. Save pennies on the block, drop 20 million on the opera. We see through your cold plans, your program is done. We don't want a prime minister that holds hands with Trump. We don't want DJs doing shows on military compounds.
Man. Hey, you know, Lupe Fiasco, another great lyricist like Lowkey here. And he's reminding me of some Lupe. This boy has a line where he says, I'm a part of the problem, and the problem is I'm peaceful. And I'm definitely getting that vibe from Lowkey right here, bro. Like, I think, you know, he's speaking his heart, bro. Speaking his heart through and through. And they don't want no prime minister that want to shake the hands of Trump. Motherfucker, I can't blame you. I don't blame you. I'll leave my personal politics out of it. We'll stay to the bars. But I think y'all know, you could take a guess of what I think about Trump.
Can't trivialize fire or hear any more bomb sounds. How can I smile when I know the remains are still not found? And echoing in my mind is exactly how the sobs sound. They say we're criminals for syllables and stanzas when they subsidize the killers' tools, the pillagers and bankers who were the engines of history. People like me and you who got massacred for the right to vote at Peterloo. It was Imagineers and the artists that told by the martyrs, William Cuffy and the chartists, rebel and resist, even through something small. Create windows with words and mirrors where once were walls. Manure contributes to the beauty of a rose. Why can't we accept our pain as something that helps us grow? They wonder why songs that make you cry are more moving, cause crying's the only thing that we were born doing. They tell us tea is tradition to the English. When I look around this island, not a tea plantation in it. Earl Grey gave 20 million to the...
Golly. Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe from catching this flame right now, dog. If you have that history of abuse, he coming for you, dog. That's how this is going. That's how that's going, dog. He ain't seen a tea plantation, but that's what the continent is known for. He ain't seen a tea plantation up here. It's tough. That is hard.
When I look around this island, not a tea plantation in it. Earl Grey gave 20 million to the slave traders, multipolar world. Now the Indians are space raiders. Freedom to be even or merely alienate labor. Freedom for fossil fuelers to desecrate and invade nature. Albert was an immigrant. Prince Philip is an immigrant. Where the Celts, Normans and the Anglo-Saxons English then. The word sugar, cotton and rice come from Arabic. Now we import democracy to civilize the Saracens. Analyzing planets when this backwater was wilderness. Seems we're still obsessed with immortality like Gilgamesh. Pessimism of intellect, optimism of will. Where the skin of their victims is syndrome Buffalo Bill. In times of permanent war, there's always someone to kill. But when life and death are virtual, almost nothing is real. They got my snapshots in a padlock box, but settle with the heavy metal. This is rap, not rock. It's fire in the booth, but man's not hot. I just got genius bars like a laptop shop. They wanna know if I got a flow or I'm gonna blow. Back like Geronimo Pratt, let's rock and roll. I never sold my soul for a pot of gold. Now feel this scholar's solid knowledge in your collarbone. Subject to propaganda that terrifies the slumbered, but the albums still sell. You can verify the numbers. Collectivize or die. Protect your mind or suffer. Life is paradise to some and a paradise to others. While these Twittery teens are sinking in screens and
that was hard, bro. Run that back. That was hard.
Solid knowledge in your collarbone, subject to propaganda that terrifies the slumbered, but the albums still sell. You can verify the numbers. Collectivize or die. Protect your mind or suffer. Life is paradise to some and a paradise to others. While these
Life is paradise to some and a pair of dice to others. You either got paradise or you rolling the dice. That's so dope. That's so hard. That's hard.
Twitter routines are sinking in screens and thinking in memes. They blink in this machine, is pimping their dreams. I think it's obscene, as sick as it seems. They don't know what lyrical invincibility means. Barge through for part 2, I can't lose. Labels astroturfing, trying to make it look grassroots. Gone are the days we sold our CDs from the car boot. Sharpshooters shooting harpoons through your chart tunes. Saw pain in the eyes of a retired fireman, knowing he couldn't save a child, survived the frying pan. When we riot, we disquiet the Leviathan. Forget Iron Man, I got an Iron Lion's diaphragm. My salutation to those with imagination, most anticipated, and that's no exaggeration. The flag doesn't exist. Let me back up that statement. What happens to the nation if the Queen has a tax haven? What's commonsensical is sensible to question. What seems to be a lesson is intellectual repression. Say the ting goes as expression of aggression. Remember, there's 2 victims on either side of the weapon. We won't let them sleep if they don't let us dream.
Bars. Oh my golly, bro. He is spitting, bro. He is spitting so deep.
Either side of the weapon. We won't let them sleep if they don't let us dream. Then we won't let them sleep. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. Listen, check it. Power to those that read bell hooks, power to those that sell books, power to those that know how the inside of a cell looks. All those feeling helpless, forgotten or discarded. Power to the strange fruit they thought was rotten in the garden. Power to those sitting alone, seeking knowledge in the. Power to those feeling stained or your tomorrow isn't tarnished. Power to those that sweep the streets with more knowledge than PhDs. Power to those that keep their keys, return as promised, please believe. Power to those that suffer in silence, those it hurts to hear. Power to those that hold their ground, power to those that persevere. Power to those that love humanity more than they love style. Power to immigrants, probably raising Donald Trump's child. Power to the who can't imagine what sight is. Those staring at the moon and all those working night shifts. Power to the readers, the writers, the illiterate. Power to those that struggle to decolonize their syllabus. Power to the shy ones who always struggle to make friends on the half of humanity worth less than 8 men. Power to those that risk their life to dig the colton from the ground for the mic I'm spitting on and the phone you're holding now. Power to those that built the stadium they're playing in. Power to those that mowed the grass and stitched the ball that they're playing with. Every rapper that doesn't rap about killing. Power to the builders who build buildings that outlived them. Power to the slaves of ancient Greece, never had the right to vote. Democracy dead like Gary Webb when they imported like his coke. Power to those that write to prison. Power to those writing home. Power to those writing poems. Power to those that died alone. Power to Curtis Mayfield. Power to Ronald Isley. Power to the fishermen that were forced into piracy. Power for every person that is working in a library. Power to every nurse that we turn to in our times of need. Power to the unions and the miners that should punish. Power to those that drive the buses and those that collect the rubbish. Power to the youth desiring the truth. Power for every rapper that is dying for a fire in the booth. For those that lost limbs to King Leopold's quota and those risking their lives for the P&O to Dover. Power to union leaders murdered by. Power to victims of this globalized Cosa Nostra. Power to those dying on the shores and the borders. Power to human beings that were rendered fauna and flora. Power to those that after the stage show and carnival goers still haunted by Kelso Cole Crane's ghost. Power to Kevin Carter, his picture taunts us ever after. So many questions never answered. Remember the last words of عبد المحسن السعدون. الأمة تنتظر الخدمة الإنجليز لا يوافقون. Power to El Jawahari and his rebellions. They killed his brother Ja'far and he cursed the rotten Thamesians. Enlightened despots pursuing tactics Machiavellian. Chinese still preceded Europe a millennium. Think about it. Printed press half a millennium. Never get close. Power to Ken Loach and every volunteer in Lesbos. Cuban doctors sent to Sri Lanka for the tsunami. Power to those that cleaned up after the Bullingdon parties. Kids knowing Apple products before they know what an apple is. Forgotten like passengers on the USS Indianapolis. Dying days before they could see what little boys damaged it on the precipice of fascism. My passiveness is cancerous. Power to those strong enough to dream. Power to those that chose not to be a cog in the machine. Power to those that love first and hate never. Power to those that sleep on the streets through grey weather. Power to Aziz Ali and Bone Thugs and Harmony. Power to Norman Baker, David Kelly's owner artery. Power to the genocided population of Tasmania. The internet descends to Trump-tastic fantasia. Let them try quote this. You'll never find a better diagnosis than collective psychosis. It's getting quite hopeless, but hope is all we have. Trying to cultivate the positive, not focus on the bad, but the globe's under attack. The obnoxious rage of a fake intellectual. Amazing grace in the age of the spectacle. Not the first time they found a race is selectable to raise to the pedestal and desecrate the place that translated the decimal. I don't wanna tempt fate power to corpse washers like AN day power to language learners, Bernie Sanders fans to flag burners. One man's inertia is another man's purpose. In the utopia of song, we are victorious.
So I've just been vibing with this ish because it is, bro. But I want to point this out because he has been talking about American politics there, but he just said power to Bernie Sanders. And that's interesting because Bernie Sanders is Jewish, but this dude is clearly Palestinian. At least I'm almost 100% sure this dude is Palestinian. And they want to make it out like Jews and Palestinians can't get along, can't get together. But what his whole message is here is, bro, we are so much stronger together than we are separated. And those people trying to separate, those people trying to abuse, F them. We all need to stay together. And I can get behind that 100%, bro. I just wanted to point that out because I didn't see that coming. But I'm not surprised that it came.
Corpse washers like AN day power to language learners, Bernie Sanders fans to flag burners. One man's inertia is another man's purpose. In the utopia of song, we are victorious, but the bittersweet reality's not this glorious. Power to Coltrane watching Malcolm X. Power to Paul Robeson under house arrest. Power to Galileo under house arrest. Power to Ibn Haytham under house arrest. Forgive me if I sound obsessed. Forgive me if I sound depressed. Believe me, that's not how it's meant. They probably thought I couldn't come back and kill the alphabet. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Say el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. الشعب يريد إسقاط النظام. Say el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Say el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. الشعب يريد إسقاط النظام. Thank you very much.
Wow! Man like Lowkey in the building! Woo! I feel like I've just been to university for 5 years!
Bro. That's gotta be it. There's only 30 seconds left. Cosine and decline. Cosine. And that was some knowledge for y'all asses, man. Definitely. All I can say is study more, inspire to be more, and become more. And, man, that was so deep. That was dope. That was dope as can be. I'm going to go check out Lowkey some more on the low. I ain't going to do some videos on him, but I'm going to do some. I want to see what his other songs are about, bro. That was dope. And clearly he got a passion for it. Now, you don't just write 14 minutes worth of bars just because you kind of feel like it. Or you kind of feeling something. That's dope. So, thank y'all for putting me on to that. We're going to keep things going. And, of course, until the next song, next video, you know what it is. We out.